Help support Friendo Club by going to patreon.com/Steven Larson or clicking join at youtube.com/Steven Larson. Access to bonus episodes, question threads for the Going In Raw podcast, and entry to our monthly wrestling predictions challenges. Join the Friendo Club today. Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, Larson. It's 10 years of Going In Raw. We started this show in 2014. It's now 2020. Yeah, the math adds up. I went back and I looked at our very first episode. It was September of 2014. So, it's not actual, but it's the 10th year. So, we can say we're in our 10th year, man. It's crazy.
I thought we started this 2 weeks ago.
I mean, we did, but at the same time, it was actually 10 years ago. In 2014. Time flies. It's crazy.
I feel very old right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, that's probably just because we are old. I feel old every day when I wake up. I didn't have to be reminded of how long we've been doing this.
It's interesting. I wake up some days, and the previous day I hadn't done anything.
Yeah,
I wake up, and my ankles feel stiff. Why would my ankles stiffen up sleeping?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I don't have any cartilage in my knees. I think that's a thing. I think that's true. Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, so what we usually do at the beginning of the new year is some predictions for the new year. And here's the thing, Larson, this year we're going all out on predictions because I'm going to take, for Friendo Club Wrestling, when you come over on Wednesday, we're going to look at predictions from last year that Friendos gave us in the comments of last year's predictions video. So we're going to react. And maybe there's some Nostradamus in the Friendo community. So we want to make sure that all of the Friendos watching this give us your 2024 predictions in the comments. And then a year from now, assuming the Earth hasn't blown up.
Or the aliens haven't come already.
Well, that's still 2027. That's still a ways off.
They might come early. That was one person's perspective, was 2027.
Oh, they might view time and space different. Yeah, there's a 3-year difference. Yeah,
could be.
So it's a possibility. But yeah, we'll do that. I think that could be a lot of fun and seeing if we have any Nostradamus in the community, Larson.
Indeed. Yeah. This is one of my two favorite episodes of the entire year.
Yeah, right.
I love doing the predictions, reviewing our previous predictions, seeing what we got right. Usually what we got wrong.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's great. I love it.
What's the other thing that you love doing?
Oh, I love doing the Friendo Awards results because for one reason.
Yeah.
Going into Raw Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'm kind of over the entire Friendo Awards, to be honest with you. People
no
loaded
more
up
Friendo Awards?
Yeah, maybe no more Friendo Awards. Because here's the thing. And honestly, I kind of put it on me because you generally are the guy who goes through clack, and puts together the Friendo Award nominees. And then it's my job to add to that. I trust you so much that usually I give it a once over. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure this is fine. And then we miss some stuff. There was some kind of obvious stuff that we missed, and people were in the comments, why isn't this person in here? I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good point. I probably should have put that in there. And it's just a source of, I don't know.
Anxiety and angst.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
No more Friendo Awards. Sorry, everybody.
Canceled.
Final Friendo Awards.
You can blame all the people in our comments for telling us what we missed.
Isn't that kind of the Going In Raw way, though?
Yeah, right. Yeah, shift the blame elsewhere. Usually,
no, us missing stuff. That's just kind of what it is,
No, we're going to head into 2024 shifting blame, Larson. That's what we're going to do, buddy.
Wow. All right. Well, we got no one to blame but ourselves for these predictions, whether we got them right or wrong.
Whoa, what the segue. Look at you. Coming in strong 2024, Larson.
Well, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm barely awake. So first things first. Let's review our predictions for last year. Steve, what was one of your predictions?
Oh, man, I predicted that, if I'm not mistaken, Vince McMahon would be taken out of creative and Triple H would be put in permanently. I don't remember
that being on your thing, no.
Listen, I predicted that CM Punk would come back to AEW, get his own show, then have an altercation with Jungle Boy backstage at Wembley, and then show up at Survivor Series. God damn it, I'm good at this, aren't I?
No, you're lying. It's what you're good at lying, yes.
Hold on, let me bring up the notes here. I'm pretty sure I said that.
Fine, I'll go first.
Oh no, here we go. This is what I thought. I thought that it was what I just said. In fact, one of my predictions was Ric Flair was going to wrestle in 2023.
Ric Flair, CM Punk.
Kind of the same thing, right?
That didn't happen. It seemed like maybe he wanted to at certain junctures.
Yeah.
He came to AEW in 2023, returned to the world of televised wrestling in 2023, but no match.
Yeah, no match. Caused a lot of controversy, but no match.
No
Not,
match.
I imagine, not because he wouldn't want to.
Not because of a lack of want, huh?
Right, exactly. I'm pretty sure it's because Tony Khan probably knew better, but I don't know. That still might be a prediction for 2024, Larson. Ric Flair wrestling again. We'll find out here in a bit. What's your first big one for 2023?
Speaking of AEW, I said here AEW run house shows in about 1,000 to 2,000 seat venues. They did that for like 3 weekends.
Okay,
And then Collision was a thing, and then house shows, the weekend house shows.
Gone. Although some of the venues they're running at now, downscaling a little bit, and of course their attendance is downscaled to about house show size. So even for TV.
I think if they run 3,000 to 5,000 seat venues, if that's what they're getting on them for the most part, and they could fill those up, I think that's a benefit for the company.
I do too, man. Less people taking pictures of empty seats, man.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. What's your next prediction for 2023?
It's also an AEW one. I had said without a steady influx of former WWE stars to help boost their profile, as we saw in 2021 with CM Punk, Bryan, and Cole, AEW's growth is going to stall, causing them to overpay for mid-level former WWE talent, and ratings will average out around 800,000. AEW will still get a decent TV deal, though that last part remains to be seen, and I kind of still feel that's going to be the case. Yeah, I mean, they had one relatively high-profile signing of what I consider a mid-level WWE talent, at least in 2023, and that's edgy Adam Copeland.
Yeah. Kind of surprising that Nick Nemeth didn't make his debut for AEW at World's End, but I guess there's a Dynamite this Wednesday. It could happen then.
It could happen then, and I kind of I'll say this though. This isn't like one of my predictions for 2024. I feel like 2024 is going to be less predictable when it comes to the fortunes of AEW. They could rise like a phoenix, or they could sink even lower. I don't know if it's going to be sort of steady is the way
As it goes. Yeah.
If they get this contract, dude, if they get a TV contract, they're going to end up being a profitable company after 5 years of existence, and I think that's probably a pretty good situation. But if they don't, so. I don't know what happens. They end up being like Impact, just searching for a TV deal until they just get their own channel,
Until they buy their own channel, indeed.
Yeah.
Next 2023 prediction I have here about NXT. I said there'll be at least 7 NXT call-ups. I think there was almost double that. There was a lot in the draft. A lot of people got called up in the draft.
There was a big relief of pressure in NXT. Yeah.
Massive influx of NXT talent to the main roster. Mm-hmm. So another one right for old Larson.
There you go. Boom. Good job. This one I got horribly wrong, Larson. WWE's global localization picks back up with one new territory announced in addition to NXT Europe starting. None of that happened, of course.
None of it happened.
I think that it was maybe a possibility before the Endeavor thing happened, but then that happened, and I think financially speaking, everything went on hold. It'll be interesting to see what happens this year with their global localization. I kind of feel like with them running shows in France and Berlin, maybe they'll use that to kick it off, but I kind of also doubt it.
Yeah, I'd be kind of surprised at this point, at least until the dust settles from the merger, maybe another year or two. Maybe they'll try to bring that back. Although the thing they got going now with All Japan, with Charlie Dempsey going over there and challenging for the Triple Crown, maybe that's the start of some partnership or something between All Japan and WWE. Who knows?
Well, I wonder if they're going to maybe look at that as a potential blueprint going forward, instead of spending the change to do their own thing, just going to the excursion route. And if not even a proper excursion, just like a talent exchange, or hey, let's send this guy over here. Let's, partnering up with other promotions, as opposed to like, let's just get greedy and buy them all. I don't know what the benefit to like setting up whole performance. Those things are pricey.
Yeah.
Setting up entire performance centers, I don't know what the benefit of that would be.
I don't know either. And to see, you look at the United Kingdom and how NXT UK kind of, to a certain extent, decimated the independent scene over there. I don't know if it's like a net positive for a regional basis.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For the territories themselves, it's probably horrible.
Yes.
But for WWE, like, I just don't know how I don't think they would give a damn if they decimate more territories. If
Probably
it
not.
benefited them, I just don't know if it would benefit them. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know either. This next prediction I got horribly wrong. Revival return to WWE.
I'm right there
Oh,
with
Dax.
you, pal.
Dax had me fooled on that podcast of his, thinking, feed my family, go back to WWE.
No, I gotta feed my family. Last contract, I make a big one. Vince. But you gotta wonder also, though, because I had that as well. Gotta wonder if Triple H was in the position then that he's in now. Would that have made a difference? We know he was a fan of the Revival. Vince, not so much.
But then I think Dax, again, on his podcast, said they never considered themselves Triple H guys. So,
oh yeah,
who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? What's your next prediction you got there, Steve?
Let's see here. What is this? NXT reloads mainly from high-profile free agency indie / New Japan names. Main roster sees former AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling signees. Did WWE bring? Oh, well, Jade Cargill, she'll probably end up being main roster. I mean,
I would think
they
so.
brought her over in a high-profile way. I mean, NXT, they did get Eddie Thorpe from New Japan.
Yeah.
And it does seem like, I don't know, was Dragon Lee signed in 2023 or was that earlier?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, it does look like NXT is looking towards the indie ranks and other companies for their, like sort of mid to upper mid-level talents, as opposed to bringing, I know, like, look, I don't know what this MJF situation is going to be, if it's a work or a shoot or what.
Yeah.
If he ends up in WWE, that dude's going straight to main roster.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
that's, and it does seem like they are in the market again after a bit of a hiring freeze. Mm-hmm. They're going to be bringing some people in. So I don't know about like reloads necessarily. They seem to be just building the people that they had brought in before. I suspect that 2024 might be a bit more active, bringing in new faces.
Yeah, it seems like that's likely the case. Next here, I got SmackDown moves nights and/or networks in the new TV deal.
I hope they do
that.
that.
I said here, SmackDown likely to go back to an NBC Universal network. Hey, I got that one right.
There you
go. But I thought it'd be an odd choice for it to go back to cable.
Mm-hmm.
After being on network TV. But network TV, I guess, Fox, the money they'd dole out for it, they weren't recouping in advertising money. So back to USA Network, SmackDown goes. It could still possibly move nights. So
yeah, I hope it does. I really hope it does. They did do the network thing because part of that deal is, I think, like network specials on NBC or something
on NBC,
like that.
Yeah.
They can do like Main Event again or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. I hope they change nights. I really do. I feel like that was just you trying to manifest that happening,
Yeah, definitely. It still is. I don't, hey, I like SmackDown. I prefer to watch it on a weekday as opposed to my weekends.
Oh man, I agree with you 1,000%. Next for me, and this doesn't look like it's going to happen. Sasha Banks is going to come back to WWE when they need to pop ratings during TV deal negotiations. They brought CM Punk when they needed pop ratings for TV deal negotiations. So it was not Mercedes Moné. And if the latest reporting is to be believed, which it's wrestling, everything's kind of crazy. Mercedes Moné and WWE could not come to a deal, and so she's not coming in, but who knows? Things can change. Hey,
365 days in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's not the case today doesn't mean it can't be the case later on.
This year, 366.
Yes, that's correct. It's leap year.
Yeah, leap year. Yeah.
Because actually, one orbit around the sun is 365 and a quarter days.
And a quarter, that's right. So then every four.
So that counts as that quarter.
They know how leap year works. Move on.
Yes.
What's your next one?
Next, Roman Reigns will wrestle less than 20 matches in 2023, according to Cage Match. 11.
Wow. You could have brought you could have brought that down substantially and still been right.
15, 12, a dozen.
Yeah. Well, that sort of dovetails into mine. Roman Reigns will be Universal Champion through all of 2023. There was a period of time, WrestleMania season, we thought that was going to change. We thought Cody Rhodes was going to win that title.
Oh, it seemed almost inevitable.
They ended up, it seemed undeniable. They ended up sticking with Roman Reigns as champion throughout the entire year. It seemed like a foregone conclusion when I said this one, but then when we approached WrestleMania, it was like, oh, no, I think Roman Reigns might lose this thing. And then they actually stuck with it through the entire year. Kind of interesting to see.
It is kind of interesting. My final prediction for 2023 said CM Punk's going to return to wrestling.
He did that several times.
Yeah,
he did that multiple times, Larson. Multiple times.
You know, at the end of 2022, it seemed like his future in the world of pro wrestling was very much in flux. There was talk of buyout from his AEW deal. You know, it wasn't exactly clear if WWE would want to bring him in, considering their history.
Yeah.
You know, and if his experience in AEW following Brawl Out or leading up to it following Brawl Out jaded him to such an extent that he was like, "The hell with this! I don't want to wrestle anymore."
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You know, it seemed like his future was kind of up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's back in WWE and seems pretty happy about it.
He does. He does seem pretty happy about that. Yeah. You know what I just realized too?
What?
My goodness. Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if I can fix this on the fly. Yeah. No. CM Punk. He returned a couple times. I realized I still have MJF in this banner of mine. And I have one with Samoa Joe. I'm gonna fix that here in a second. But
here's the thing, Steve. We're reviewing 2023, going into 2024. You can update the graphics mid-show. How about that?
Here we go.
We start talking our 2024 predictions.
Give me a drum roll here if you can. Oh, look at that drum roll. It's good stuff. It didn't change. I don't know where I put it. Anyways, moving on. Actually, before we move on to our predictions for 2024, want to mention this here. Man, we did such a good job hitting our goal of 198,891 subscribers by the new year. So in a couple weeks, we're going to do a 12-hour stream as promised. We're up to 199,078 subs now.
Whoa.
We're looking to get to the next palindrome, which is 199,991.
Yeah.
Now that aren't we? No, we're not on a palindrome. We're on 123, 123 today.
No, it's 1/1/24 today. That was yesterday.
1/1. Oh yeah, yesterday it was 1/2. Yeah, that's right. And so we're looking to get to 199,991 at some point. So do us a solid if you enjoy what you see here with outdated graphics and all. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, more importantly, and the notify bell so you always get notified when we're going live, which we do multiple times a week, or when we upload a new video, which we do usually a couple times a week as well.
Yes.
Also, we've got a patreon.com/Steven Larson. We've got a couple of new patrons. I haven't updated the scroll yet. Everything's out of date here. Dave Dunaway and Lindsay B and Black Sail 77 and Joshua Fiorello and the Frizzly Bear. All new patrons at patreon.com/Steven Larson. And when you subscribe over there, you get access to the Friendo Club setup. That's right. You get bonus episodes, which we're bringing back this week, get access to our QA threads, and you get access to the Big Blue Predictions Challenge. Michael Keith Orton, the new Big Blue Predictions champion, Larson, won it at AEW World's End. I got to reach out to Mike Orton to get him to send his picture that he wants Big Blue on, and we'll display that here on the show. That's what you get for winning the Predictions Challenge. Larson, you were so close to a cash-in because you had won the G1.
Yeah.
But
it was the closest I've been to date.
Yeah, man. Well, maybe next time a little bit closer at the Royal Rumble. Maybe we'll see.
The Rumble, perhaps. I have till August. I have time. All right, before we get to our predictions for this year, let's do a quick review of who you thought were going to be the champions on December 31st, 2023.
Wait a second. By the way, you could also get what I just listed on the Patreon. You can also get by clicking join on the YouTube.
Yes.
You can get that as well.
Same rewards. Champions. Let's do this real quick.
Yeah.
I have here Universal Champion, end of 2023, Gunther.
Oh, yeah. I've got Cody.
All right. I had Cody as WWE Champion.
Yeah, right. I had Gunther as World Heavyweight Champion. No, wait a second. No, I'm sorry. That's for this year. I had I had Roman Reigns. Yeah, because of my prediction. That's weird. Yeah. WWE Champion. I had Finn Balor. Yeah.
Intercontinental Champ. I had Sheamus.
I had AJ Styles.
U.S. Champ. I had Finn Balor.
I had Bob Lashley.
Tag Team Champs. I had the Revival over on Raw and New Day on SmackDown.
I had FTR/Revival on SmackDown, and on Raw I had Gargano and Loomis. Yeah, they're not even a tag team anymore.
We are Women's Champs. I had Rhea Ripley on Raw.
Same, yeah, that happened.
And then Charlotte on SmackDown.
I had Shayna Baszler on SmackDown.
For the Women's Tag Champs, I had Raquel and Shotzi.
I had Toxic Attraction. You were close.
Rumble winner Cody. Hey, got that one right at least.
Yeah, I don't have mine written down.
Oh, all right. We'll just skip ahead to the AEW champs. Just a day off. I had MJF as the AEW champ at the end of 2020.
So did I. Although if somebody had told me it would be Samoa Joe, I'd been really happy back then.
Yep, same. Women's champ, I had Jade Cargill.
I had Britt Baker.
TNT champ, I had Ricky Starks.
I had Swerve Strickland.
TBS champ, I had Jade Cargill again.
Same.
Tag champs, I had the Young Bucks.
Same. Oh, shit.
Trios champs, I had House of Black.
Same with me.
And then as the international champion, I had Powerhouse Hobbs.
I had Miro, which I still think would be swell.
That would be swell. NXT world champ, I had Ilya.
NXT, oh man, my guy Julius Creed.
Steve was trying to manifest that singles push early.
I don't know why. I'm not he's fine, but whatever.
North American champion NXT, I had Apollo Crews.
I had Odyssey Jones.
Women's champ, I had Cora Jade.
Same. That might happen, but just not in 2023.
Yeah, 2024 could happen. And then tag champs, I had Inoue and Blade.
I had Briggs and Jensen. They ended 2023 splitting.
Yeah. All going their separate ways. The two of them and Fallon Henley.
I like this. I got NXT Women's Tag Champions as Kiana James and her assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right, let's jump into our predictions for this year. This is where it gets exciting.
All right, where are my predictions?
Right. Steve, would you like to start?
Yes, I would if I could find my predictions somewhere. Let's see here. Where are my 2024? Oh, here we go. 2024. I got them. Here we go. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. First up. Oh, this is a good one here, man. Ooh-wee. Larson.
What?
In the year 2024, we will not have one single CM Punk drama, thumbnail, or title. He will not cause any backstage issues. That's not to say there won't be like some legal stuff with AEW. None of that. WWE during his time in WWE, he'll be a perfect citizen throughout 2024.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Talk about a reach. Talk about going out on a limb here. How long will the honeymoon period last? I say at least 12 months.
Will it be 12 months plus one? 13 months.
13 months, yeah.
Will it be 13 months? Watch, December 31st. Oh. Backstage tantrum from Phil.
Oh, no, Phil. You couldn't have waited until day one?
No, couldn't have. First one here, this involves Punk as well. So I got here either Punk or Cody will finish their story at WrestleMania 40, but not both. I feel like if Cody beats Roman, that means Phil isn't going to main event night one. Because I feel like, here's the thing. Cody not winning last year turned out to be the right choice, and it's been pretty successful for WWE.
I agree.
There is money to be made in the chase.
Yes, correct.
So if they decide, yes, this is the year that Cody faces Roman in the main event of Night 2 WrestleMania to win those Undisputed Championship, finish his story, feel like they can't kind of do the same thing Night 1 with Punk. It's an either-or proposition in my mind. So Cody wins the Rumble, faces Roman. That means Punk's going to be on the undercard of Night 1. Not in the main event. Wow.
Not facing Seth Rollins. Okay, let me ask you this.
He could be facing Seth Rollins, just not for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of Night 1.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Sure.
I'll give you a little bit of wiggle room here because I want to nail it down. If they do Rhea Becky, for example, main event of Night 1.
Last match, yes.
Punk versus Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, middle of Night 1.
Not the main event. Main event's the last. Main event's the last match on the night.
Okay.
In my mind, that's the main event.
Okay.
I know Vince says, well, every match at WrestleMania is the main event. No, that's BS. Last match is main event.
Okay. All right.
That's my definition.
Good.
So, I know The Rock has made references to potentially coming back again recently. If he says yes, I'll participate at WrestleMania 40 and I'll do the honors for Roman. I'll lose. Mm-hmm. They're going to do that match. I think that's a huge money-making match for the company. Cody's going to have to wait.
Yeah.
In that instance, they might think, all right, we'll have Phil main event Night 1 because that is a blockbuster match, him and Seth for the World Heavyweight Championship, and then you have Roman Rock Night 2. Cody can wait. They'll have after Roman breaks that record, the Hogan record.
Yeah.
Have Cody win it, whether it's Mania 41. They have a event at Madison Square Garden. They have Roman Cody there to bring this Cody's story kind of full circle, referencing how his dad won by count out at the Garden. And if they decide, all right, Punk is going to main event night one, well, then there's a story for him for an entire year. They can build and build and build and lead to whether he main events night one of WrestleMania or actually main events WrestleMania, the last match at night two.
Yeah.
I just feel like what we see with Cody, they can follow that template with Phil and tell perhaps a more interesting story than Seth Rollins come out saying, I don't like you, we're going to have a match now. Like, really take your time and build to it.
All right. Fair enough. Let's see here. My next one is, this is similar to yours from last year. I really like this one. Roman Reigns will wrestle 5 or less televised matches in 2024. So we're talking the Rumble. We're talking about 2 Saudi Arabia shows. We're talking WrestleMania and SummerSlam, and he's done.
That seems even more likely if he loses at WrestleMania to Cody.
Oh yeah. If he wins at WrestleMania, then you're looking at, I guess, a similar schedule.
Maybe an extra show here or there.
Yeah, or maybe like one less, because he did the Bloodline stuff. He did like a tag match.
Yeah.
With Solo, that would be off the. He wouldn't need to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think especially like you said, if he loses at Mania, which I think you will, 5 or less televised matches for 2024.
Singles or just matches total?
I'd say matches total.
All right.
I'd say matches total.
All right.
Was yours specifying singles?
No, I just 11. I said under 20.
So the tag match included that.
Yeah.
Was that tag match the only tag match he did?
I thought he had 2 tag matches.
Okay.
In 2023.
All right.
Next, this one isn't much of a stretch given the current reporting out there, but I think it's a good conversation to be had, so I'm going to include it anyways. So when we did this the first time, we did this before, and somehow it...
Yeah, either I didn't hit record or it was a fever dream, and neither of us actually did it.
Yeah, maybe. At the time, I said Sasha was going to come back to WWE, which I think still could happen in 2024, depending on what she chooses to do.
Yeah.
But it seems a near certainty that Mercedes Moné, in some capacity, is going to return to televised wrestling in the United States in 2024. Whether that's in AEW, and I know Brian Alvarez said today that could happen as soon as this Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be awesome if she showed up at Hard to Kill.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
And be there for the relaunch of TNA Wrestling.
TNA, yeah.
Spend some time there with Trinity.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Her good friend. Maybe it's a situation where if she's not getting the contract she wants from WWE, she'll be like, all right, I'll come to TNA and wrestle a few matches. I'll go to AEW and have the handful of matches that I really want to have.
Yeah.
And maybe by doing that, I can help elevate my profile even more than it already is. And with that, maybe get the contract I really want from WWE.
Okay.
And I still think it's entirely possible by the end of the year she returns to WWE.
Yeah. I think that's going to happen. Yeah. That's not like my official prediction. I have other ones here, but I think she's going to come back to WWE. I think that eventually she's probably like, okay, where are you guys on money? I want a lot. And they're like, we're not going to give you as much. She's like, okay, I'm going to go back a little ways. And then she'll come back to the table. I think it's going to happen.
Entirely.
Here's my next one. They need to do this, man. They need to do this. AEW Collision will move channels and or nights. Saturday night time slot, as it is right now, 5 p.m. Saturdays, is worse, in my opinion, than Rampage on a Friday at like whatever it's at, midnight or whatever. I think
10, it's at 10.
Collision is their second big main roster show. It's 2 hours long. They run big angles there, but they have to stop running at, like, Dynamite is still the A show, and I think they wanted and expected Collision to be, A
1A and 1B,
1A and 1B, where they could run big angles there. But the problem is, you're running once a month against WWE premium live events. So that's 25% of your programming is going to do dog shit numbers at the very
Well, then
least.
also, like we saw with World's End this past weekend, pay-per-views on a Saturday, they just didn't even run a Collision. They had run it Fridays before, but that's, you run your 2-hour Collision Friday night at 8, and then Rampage right afterwards. That's just a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. They need to, I honestly, I would think, I don't know. It's strange to me that there is an insistence with AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery, depending on whose, insistence it is, or it's just something they're all happy with, that they stay on that they launched on TNT, understanding that the preemption is real. They're going to have competition on Saturdays. They're going to be, it's a problem. So the fact that they didn't find a different WBD network to run on Thursdays is surprising to me, because I would think that, Wednesdays and Thursdays would be that's the perfect back-to-back situation.
If it's a situation with whenever Raw gets their new TV deal, if it's not on USA and ends up moving nights, I think it would benefit AEW greatly to take over that Monday time slot.
I agree.
People
That's
are
a much
so accustomed to having
slot,
Monday night wrestling that if Raw were to move to Tuesday or whatever to accommodate this new TV deal, you jump at that opportunity.
You do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely jump. Speaking of Raw, my next prediction here is that CM Punk's arrival on Raw leads to WWE getting a huge deal for Raw's broadcast rights. I know SmackDown got like a 40% increase, maybe 50 or 60%.
Okay.
For Monday Night Raw. There's a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm on Raw with Punk being there.
Yeah, man.
The house show, Madison Square Garden, Phil was on, sold out. It's like the one in LA at the Kia Forum.
Yeah.
This past Friday with Phil on it, sold out.
Huge.
So Phil's bringing in huge attendance numbers, and now that Monday Night Football has concluded for the season, if we see Raw's numbers really start to pick up, if the show is focusing more and more on CM Punk,
for sure,
the possibility exists that Raw can get a pretty substantial increase in their TV deal, more than SmackDown.
Yeah. I could see that happening. Yeah, I mean they've loaded it up. Judgment Day's hot. Cody's hot. Seth is hot.
I know.
Punk is hot. I could see that happening. Hope they
that might be one reason too. Let me get this in here. Well, they might want to keep the belt on Roman, because if post Monday Night Football, if Raw sees a huge rebound in the ratings, why rock the boat until October? And then if they want to make a huge splash with the debuts of Raw and SmackDown on, if they both change networks, or just SmackDown on coming back to USA, they can have a huge title change on that show.
It'll be interesting to see how much, because Vince is the last 5 years of Vince's dog shit booking. A lot of that was, let's not rock the boat. It's like when I specifically thought about that when I saw that clip of Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And how Vince was always nervous about pulling the trigger on anybody that wasn't Brock Lesnar, because he just wanted Roman so much. Yeah. It's like, let's not even consider anybody else.
Yeah.
And he passed up on some really good names. And now that Triple H really is raising the profile of a lot of his people, he's got a stacked deck right now. And it'll be interesting to see if, the Roman situation, maybe they do Cody at Mania, but then they do the big rematch on the first episode of SmackDown. Maybe that's the situation. Look, if they bring in The Rock to be a special guest ref for WrestleMania with Cody versus Roman, so that Rock can counter the strength of the bloodline, maybe on SmackDown, if Roman is a man alone, they do the straight up one-on-one with normal, WWE ref. Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
All right, here's my next one. This is a biggie. Vince McMahon will be forced out of Endeavor altogether.
Wow.
I think that whatever these federal investigations are, whatever the non-disclosed public information, the non-public disclosed information is that was referenced in that letter last year, that is going to be disclosed. The stuff is going to reach a boiling point, and Endeavor who've basically future-proofed themselves against this by knighting Paul Levesque in the head of creative role so as to not rock the boat when Vince is forced out of the company. They're going to see no other way but, Vince, you got to go. You're the weakest link. You're out of here. And I think that's going to happen in 2024. He's going to be gone. We're not going to see any difference because all we see is the TV show.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to be dead weight. They're going to let it go.
That'd be interesting. Next, I got more exciting stuff. TV deals. So AEW seems to be struggling a bit to find a TV deal for the full package of All Elite Wrestling, Ring of Honor content, plus the combined tape library. It kind of seems like Tony Khan overvalues that tape library a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I think that's going to continue. I know he says he always says, "Oh, we have a great relationship with Warner Brothers Discovery. We've had great talks." If Warner Brothers Discovery was really in the market for the combined tape library, they would have jumped at the opportunity already. If the price tag to that was reasonable to them, it doesn't seem that's the case now. I do expect AEW to remain on Warner Brothers Discovery, but probably not at the increased TV rights that Tony Khan probably wants. I don't know, especially if the TV schedule remains the same.
Well, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Will it be, because, given what has been reported as, I think, an estimate, will they get enough of a deal to become profitable, which I think they would need a hefty increase.
It was double, I thought, or roughly double.
Oh, was it double? Okay.
I thought. I don't know if they're going to get that much.
Okay.
I don't.
You think they're going to be profitable as a company by the end of the year?
Well, if they don't get double the TV rights, then probably not.
Yeah, probably not, huh? Yeah.
I'd be surprised if Warner Brothers Discovery showed any real serious interest in Ring of Honor in any capacity. I don't know if they'll find a deal to put the tape library up on Max, whether it's just the AEW one, whether it's AEW and Ring of Honor. Something tells me the weekly Ring of Honor is going to be staying on Honor Club. Just don't know if there's an appetite for it at Warner's right now. Dynamite, Rampage, Collision will stay on Warner Brothers networks. We might very well have to wait for the AEW back catalog to show up on Max, but I feel like Ring of Honor is just going to continue chugging along as Ring of Honor on Honor Club.
Yeah, that could be. I don't know. Yeah. That'll be interesting. I've got one more here, and that's Ricky Starks is going to sign with WWE in 2024. I think you look at that one match that he had last at World's End, kind of feel like he's at the end of his rope with AEW.
He kind of feels like he's over it. Yeah.
He kind of feels like he's over it, and they can make him to a big star. He's got some friends over. He's got Cody over there. It's like one of his besties. I think he's going to sign with WWE in 2024. I think they're going to make a big deal out of him.
I think that could be something because I have here WWE, AEW, and New Japan will all face at least one major talent departure during the course of 2024 as wrestler salaries skyrocket due to increased TV rights and the general health and buzz going around the wrestling business. It seems likely, near certainty, that Andrade is done with AEW. You mentioned Ricky Starks. I think that's another name that can make their way from AEW to WWE. We don't know what's going on with MJF. He's not listed on AEW's roster right now. Is that just storyline? Has he signed a deal? Has he not signed a new deal with AEW? Who knows? There's a lot of huge names that are going to be free agents during the course of this year. And we're going to see a lot of talent moving around.
All right, but here's the thing. This is what I'm going to hold you to. Hold your feet to the fire.
What?
Does this prediction stand or fall based on a major name from WWE leaving?
Well, I said AEW, WWE, and New Japan will face at least one major.
Who's going to leave WWE, man?
I mean, if it's a situation where they have I'll use this name, although I don't think he's going to leave. Just because there's been news about some an impasse in terms of contract negotiations. That's Drew McIntyre.
Sure. Yeah.
If he's in a situation where he has a certain dollar amount in mind, based on what he's provided to the company over the last few years, and they're not, which seems weird. I mean, if WWE doesn't meet that because they seem to be doling out money all over the place, and Meltzer said they're looking to retain potential free agents.
Yeah.
But if Drew McIntyre wants Roman Reigns money or Seth Rollins money, and they're like, no, we're not going to give you that much. And he calls up Tony Khan, and Tony Khan's like, "Yeah, I'll give you that much money."
Yeah.
It's entirely possible that happens. Whether it's Drew, whether it's someone like Sheamus, because I think Sheamus has gone to social media to voice some frustration from a creative perspective, where he said something like, "I had all this momentum after facing Gunther, and then it was kind of squandered."
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of money being thrown around, and I think if WB is bringing people in, it could potentially mean other people might say, okay, that potential opportunity that I might lose out on because other people are being brought in, maybe the grass is greener elsewhere.
So I'll just counter with this. I think that WWE is going to be seen as the place to be. So I think that we are going to see New Japan and AEW talent major names go to WWE. I don't think WWE is going to lose anybody major. I think there might be some like Street Profit level talent in WWE that might feel, hey, like Montez has been waiting, and I'm not saying it's going to be them. I don't think it's going to be them.
Yeah.
I think Montez, Bianca's there, and they can pull the trigger on a singles run for Montez like that. And I think it'd be great, and I hope they do that with him and Bobby Lashley. I think that'd be awesome. But I think that there might be some like lower level WWE guys who are like, man, I don't want to wait any longer, because Triple H, he'll wait. Like, look now they're doing something carrying cross and this Authors of Pain stuff.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. Been a while. Not everybody's going to have that level of patience. And so maybe like, I don't know when his contract's up, but like a Bronson Reed level guy, a Ciampa level guy. And I'm not even saying them, but those levels, those guys who don't want to sit around and wait anymore, they might leave. But I don't know if there's going to be a major like
it could be a situation comparable. Someone who's been in WWE for a while, someone who's accomplished maybe not everything, but most things. That maybe they're sitting on the sidelines for a situation comparable to Adam Copeland, the Edge.
Sure. Oh, yeah, like but who's there? I was thinking that too, but who's comparable to that? Because I don't know if there's anybody comparable to that.
I mean, the one name I could think of is Sheamus.
Yeah, sure.
They're like, we don't really have much for you creatively. You're coming back from injury. We're not sure we want to give you a huge new deal.
Yeah. Okay.
You can call up Tony Khan. Bring in Sheamus to AEW. Heck yeah, he'd jump at that opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. Sheamus is like the one guy. That's a good example. Sheamus is a good example of that guy, but they don't have a lot of them anymore. Like
they don't.
If it was like Nick Nemeth, if it was Dolph Ziggler, it's like, I could see that totally. WWE.
I don't know if I'd really consider Nick Nemeth a major name these days.
He's a former world champion, But,
I know, but
yeah, certainly not as relevant as Sheamus has been lately.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
I got one prediction here related to us. We're getting 200,000 subs this year on the Steven Larson's Going in Raw WWE and AEW podcast.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Good do it.
Let's do it.
Good do it.
Yeah, I think I had like a prediction for us, but now I sort of forget. I forget what it is.
All right.
I don't know. Oh, I think it was Friendo Club Wrestling.
Yeah.
Our secondary channel. I want to see that skyrocket. We got some ideas for some more focus on that channel now that we've spent a year or so sort of, throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall to see what sticks, what we can fit into our schedule. And I feel like we got some good ideas for that coming up in the new year. I want to see that get to, what are we at? We're just over 20,000. I want to see that get to.
Yeah, we got over 20,000.
I want to see that get to, I don't know, 30,000.
Minimum 30,000.
Try for 10. Try for 10,000 more. Yeah.
Sure. All right. Real quick, let's go over our champions at the end of 2024. Okay. Universal Champion. I wouldn't be surprised if Roman Reigns holds it through the rest of the year, but I'll say Cody. WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther
as well.
Intercontinental Champion. I got Sami Zayn.
Why do we have the same people? I have Sami Zayn as well.
Wow, U.S. champ. Do you have LA Knight? Yeah.
No, I got Kevin Owens. Okay, good.
Oh, you're just saying no.
Sorry.
Assuming they keep the undisputed tag team champions. I got the Creeds as champions at the end of 2024.
We are. DYI is tag champions by the end of the year.
Women's champs on Raw. Rhea Ripley ain't losing that belt anytime soon.
Yeah, I got Rhea closing the year.
And then I have Sasha Banks as the women's champ on
Hey,
SmackDown.
that could happen. I got Bailey though. I got Bailey.
Women's tag champs, I got Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
Oh, I got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Rumble winner, I got Phil.
Yeah, I got CM Punk too. I think that makes more sense than Cody.
And then Money in the Bank, I got Phil.
Money in the Bank. I got Damian Priest as 2-time Money in the Bank.
That's right.
I like your all Phil all time. I like
Why
it.
not?
It's good.
It's going to win one of those two.
Yeah.
Let's move on to AEW. AEW World Champion. I really want this to happen. I hope it happens.
Yeah.
I think now that Samoa Joe is champ, it opens up for a lot more possibilities for future AEW World Champs. I got Swerve
Yeah.
being AEW champ by the end of 2024.
Tony Khan really seems to be high on Swerve. I think that's a good pick. I had, before when we did this, I had Adam Cole.
Which is still a possibility. They could have Cole come back, get that world title, and then he and MJF can feud once Cole's champion, maybe.
I'm going to say Swerve will get it. We'll get kind of a turn with him, more to the face tweener side of things, and Cole will remain a heel, and Cole will get it by the end of the year.
All right. Women's champ, I got Athena.
Oh wow, yeah. I've got women's champ Hikaru Shida. She'll be the next transition. She'll transition again for somebody else.
Yeah. For TNT champ, they're not doing much with Hangman Adam Page these days.
Okay, yeah.
Why not set him on the path to be the first, I think, AEW Triple Crown champion?
Yeah.
He's been world champ. He's been a tag champ. Put the TNT title on him.
I'm going to go with, I got to put this in now, Roderick Strong. Now that he's aligned with the Devil, Adam Cole, they might do a Golden Prophecy with this new Devils group. By the way, man, it's going to be a matter of weeks before they're doing comedy stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be great.
This is going to be good. Wardlow with those. That is actually, I've seen so many people say, what a terrible move. Put Wardlow back as a henchman. Nah, man. Watch how he's going to benefit. Watch how Wardlow's going to grow as a personality with Roderick Strong, Bennett, Taven, and Cole. I'm really excited for this faction, man. I think it's going to be really good, dude.
It could help really unlock some unseen personality aspects from Wardlow. Absolutely.
I think so.
TBS champ, I got Sky Blue.
I have Athena in that role.
International champion, Bang Bang Gangs, Jay White.
I have Swerve. I guess I have Swerve. That didn't make any sense. Hold on a second. No, Swerve. No, international. It's gonna be Miro, buddy.
All right, Miro. Tag champs, but at this point, at the end of next year, they're gonna be friends again. Christian and Cope.
That's a really good pick. But I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks.
Oh, this way. Trios champs. I don't even know if they're gonna be a team past the end of this month. Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh. I want to see them be the trios champs at the end of 2024.
I love to see that. I'm going to say it's the high fly guys, the Action Andretti.
Oh, Top Flight and Action Andretti.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah,
they're really good. That's a really good trios team. AEW Triple Crown. I know Eddie has it now. I would not be surprised if Mox gets his hands on that by the end of the year.
Triple Crown. I got because it's going to be probably whoever wins the Continental Classic next year, right?
Yeah, you'd think so.
I'm going to go with Garcia.
I
think they're going to build up Garcia. Or he'll go to NXT. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Garcia.
Speaking of NXT, let's talk NXT champions. By the end of 2024, let's see Trick Williams as NXT champion.
Yeah, he might be the guy that beats Ilya.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen the next show, but yeah, I think it should happen by the end of the year.
You know what? I'm going to... Carmelo's going to get called up.
Probably.
I'm going to say, because I don't know if Trick's going to have like a super long. Yeah, I'll say Trick. I think Trick's a good face at NXT. I think he'll be champion for a while. Yeah.
What about North American champ, Steve? Who do you got?
Obafemi.
That's good.
I think he's going to win the breakout thing.
Yeah. I got Lexus King.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see that. That'd be amazing.
Women's champ. I got Cora Jade.
Got Lola Vice. I think they're going to fast track her.
Breakout contract, so it could happen. Heritage Cup, I got Charlie Dempsey.
Yeah, Dempsey's a really good name. I think that's probably, yeah. And you know what? No, screw it. I'm going to go for Heritage Cup. I'm going to write this down. Heritage Cup. Noam Dar.
There you go.
He's gonna keep it.
Supernova.
Supernova living.
Tag champs, I got Axiom and Nathan Frazier. They might do a bar thing with them where they put really good matches on against each other, so let's make them a tag team.
That'd be a cool idea. I've got Metaphor with Noam Dar and Oro Mensa. It's going to be the year of Noam Dar, man. Telling you.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyways.
All right, well, let us know what your predictions for 2024 are in the comments,
Oh, man,
please.
dude, we can double dip. You guys let us know your predictions of 2024, and we'll do a video on those over at Friendo Club, and we'll do a video where we look at the 2023 predictions from Friendos from the last year's video, and we'll do that on Friendo Club too.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you around.
Goodbye.